Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us on YouTube, dudes and dudettes, thank you so much. It's so awesome that you're here. There are a lot of things going on in the world. We appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time. Right?
Yes.
Good answer.
Yes.
But you'll find out soon enough that we are not toy experts. We are just enthusiasts. We just like talking toys. So we're going to get some of them details wrong. It's bound to happen. So let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
I'm your real American hero. I'm Corey Canny.
That's you.
That's me.
Yes. On vocals and lead guitar, the true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
I am also a real American master of the universe.
Yes. Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spoody. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And on drums, it's me, Jason. I'm here to talk about my love of Transformers and everything awesome. Dudes, BBTS, what's that stand for, Josh?
Stuff.
That's,
Big Bad Toy Store.
That's right.
Big bad toys.
And the next time you want to visit BBTS, use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. It'll take you to the same big bad toy store you know and love, and doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. Once again, edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. I invite you to join me on an exploration of the captivating world where playfulness and collectibles collide. On this podcast, we embark on a journey to uncover the question that has intrigued collectors, enthusiasts, and toy aficionados for ages. Is there truly a difference between toys and collectibles?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's right. Stay tuned. Also, later in the show, Elgin's going to take us on a trip to a toy store right here in Iowa. Pretty
Dun,
exciting.
dun, dun.
I know. Dun, dun. You can follow us on Twitter
Dun, dun, dun.
at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. But all those super awesome, super duper links can be found on our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly caption contest. Why don't you tell them about that, Spoody?
We take a picture.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the internet, and then you make something funny up about that picture.
Yeah.
And you put it on the internet too.
Yeah.
And then we just decide who we like the most, and then maybe you have a caption that's good.
From all the laughing we do.
Yeah.
That's how we pick.
Where people we know. You know, it's not bias. and then you get a thinger in the mail.
A singer.
A finger in the mail.
No, that's not what he said.
Thinger.
Finger.
You want a thumb? I can get you a
A
thumb.
$5 coupon to toyhacks.com. What a cool gift
This.
for winners.
Not losers.
That's
You keep
right.
giving me the side eye like I'm not fucking talking to him today.
No.
I'm going to
What
Spoody
is
now.
Spoody?
We know how that goes.
We have
Pissed me
59
off for the
episodes
last time.
of...
Is this number 60?
Sure is.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
I'm gonna make
special.
him regret asking me. But
Well,
No regrets.
It's already... No regrets. That's right. It's already the most we've ever heard from Spoody on an episode. So it's...
I don't like it.
Right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels follows my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, let's kick it over to Corey, my favorite guy.
Why do I have to go first? I'm just kidding. I want to go first.
Sounded butthurt. I didn't call on you earlier,
no,
so I wanted you to be first.
I had colorectal surgery. My butt always hurts.
Cool.
All right, so
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
all right, no, colorectal.
That's something.
What
the heck is those?
These are more of those cool laser force lanyard. So there's, I didn't know that the yellow faced one existed, and got a yellow faced one, and he drives my Starscream Sky Striker now, and they're really cool. So I got another one of the red and silvery one.
This guy only has one gun. What's up with that?
Well, because he's didn't need to shoot as much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Call
just,
him one gun, Jimmy.
so yeah, yeah. So those are the lanyard dudes that are, I don't know if they're from like
Lennard.
I don't know,
They're awesome.
late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know, but I really like those.
Laser
Anyway,
Force? Is that what you said?
Laser Force, yeah. That's Dusty. That's from, let's see, is he from 85, 86? I don't remember. Anyway, I bought him because he was complete, and I didn't have a bipod, and he had a bipod, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I could either spend $40 on that stupid little bipod,
So don't
or
drop this.
spend $45 on the whole figure, and so I already had him complete minus the bipod that I was never going to pay $40 for, so now I'll sell the old one.
So this little piece comes off.
That little piece comes off and gets lost or broken forever and ever and ever. Yep.
It's called a bipod.
Called a bipod.
Not
Oh,
a-
and then there's
not
If
the
we learn
tripod.
anything today, kids.
Then there's the big reveal, because I was
knew
really
we had a
excited about
secret.
this one. This is my na bat bat.
Bat.
Yeah, it's a Black Major one, and he's
awesome.
it's a Batman bat.
Get
But
it?
well, there was like a whole
Get
bit
it, stupid?
Yeah, there's a whole bit in Big Bang Theory about Batman Bat or Man Batman, and so he's Batman Bat, and he comes with like this cool file card.
Oh,
that's,
awesome.
Like also slash like, what is that, 5x7 ish
Mm-hmm.
picture that's really freaking cool, and there's like a whole bio about him on the file card. Blah blah blah.
Maybe
cool.
maybe it's Adam Wee.
Maybe. Yeah, I saw that pop up on the Facebook, and it's like, oh shit, I need that.
You need
And then
all
I
the-
sent Jeremy a message, and I was like, hey, you need this. And he's like, oh. And then he went and found it and told the guy, Corey says I need this. And so he bought one too.
And he's like, who's Corey?
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to stick him on the shelf next to the Transformers. Or
Yeah,
the,
you got like
not-
3 now
yeah,
in a
Yeah.
non-show.
And there
variant.
is somewhere in existence an Optimus Prime and a Megatron versions also that actually have the Optimus and Megatron heads on them.
Cool.
So I am on the hunt for those. They are very, very rare, and probably maybe only a few of them are in existence. So I will never have them, but it's nice to think about. And that's it. It's been slim pickings for me because I'm saving all my money for Bolivar.
That's right. We could talk about it. We are going. We want people
Yeah.
to come and hang out with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Will this be?
This will be out in 2 weeks from
Okay,
tomorrow.
so yeah.
It'll be.
So hey, check it out. On June 10th, we're going to be in Bolivar at
Missouri,
Peddler's Post. Yeah, Bolivar, Missouri,
As opposed to all the other.
at Peddler's Post, and we're going to be
We're
there.
coming for
and
you.
We're going to go
for
hang
your
out and
toys.
look at toys and buy toys and trade for toys and generally toy things.
And toy around.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go toy off all over the place.
We're going to spend the whole day there,
Gotta
too.
get rid of that toner somehow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just,
Well, we won't have like music equipment in the back of the van.
yeah, so there'll be
more
room for
toys.
Yeah.
stuff.
Getting that defiant.
No,
Come on.
I don't have enough stuff to sell to put together to find money.
All right, Elgin, what do you got for us?
A bunch of random stuff.
It's all junk. Skip him.
Yeah, next. I'll just knock it on the floor. So I bought some stuff from our Cracktastic Plasticon that we had way back in April of this year.
Uh-huh.
So I don't remember what day.
April 22nd.
April 22nd.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
It feels so long ago. So I found Jason Zabornik had this Matchbox
DJ Manbat.
Collectibles. Maybe a foreshadowing to the topic at hand. It's a Skeletor from the 2000X line that they did.
That's just a toy.
A little car that's...
Are we gonna have running commentary about that's toy, that's collectible, that's
yeah. Well, it says Matchbox Collectibles.
yeah.
Is it?
It is. It's a collectible toy.
If it says it on there, then
I mean,
it
because
is.
it's still in
Until
the
he opens
package.
I feel like we're bleeding over.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a car.
That was the end of the sentence. Okay.
The end.
Yeah, but it's
That has
purple.
Skeletor on it. Corey could
It looks
probably
like it's
figure out
purple.
what kind of car
Oh,
it is.
like what kind of car?
Yeah, that's what I was
A
grasping for.
made-up one.
Oh, right.
Anyway, when he figures that out, he'll say it. And then I found some tech decks.
Heck yeah, you did.
Uh,
I learned how to ollie.
Yeah, go like this. Woo. And then I got these from Grayskull Gifts. Chad
Foster.
He had it in a bag, so I got a whole bunch of them. There's one of them with the skull
The
on
Pal
it.
Peralta, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And some Sonic ones, Knuckles, and
So this is just some made up bullshit.
okay,
You know?
cool.
These tech
got-
decks are awesome because I'd never really played with one
Uh-huh.
before up close, and
Nice.
the amount of shrunken down detail they have with those trucks and
Yeah,
the
they
bushings and all the.
I'm trying to do a kickflip.
This is kind of like
Wait, hold on.
Bentley limo
Did it.
style.
yeah. It has a sunroof, the car that I talked about earlier.
Skeletor needs.
But yeah, it's a I don't know, it's a car. Anyway, so I got those tech decks.
It's a limousine.
Yeah, it's a vehicle that drives. So I got those tech decks from Chad, and then I also found this little gator guy that maybe he can hang out with Crocmaster whenever I open him
Oh
up.
baby, yeah.
But yeah, just a
He
little
looks. He
Croc guy.
He kind of looks like the. He kind of looks like that, like Happy, but like the Disney.
Yeah.
Like
I should put a little like golf ball in his mouth.
it
not
reminds
a-
me of. It reminds me of the Croc from Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It's not Imperial.
No, it's not. It's just some random one.
Dude, at the Watch Your Flea Market, there was a table. The guy had maybe 5 or 6 Imperial, and $200 for
What?
one. I'm like,
Ridiculous.
it was stupid.
Yeah. And then I found this
So cool.
Captain Planet figure. It's Duke Nukem, who the name actually came out like a few months before the game. And then they were like, oh. It's fine. They didn't really sue over it. And so they have basically the same name.
People were less greedy back then.
Yeah. There was like a slight thing that was like, well, okay,
It's your
we don't
favorite
care.
color, though.
Yeah, it is a glow in the dark figure, which is my favorite color. If you just put them under your shirt, you can probably see that. But yeah, it does glow in the dark, so that's
Getting down the pants.
yeah.
Oh,
It didn't. He doesn't have any accessories, which I looked up, so that's complete, I guess. That's what I got from Cracktastic Plasticon. And then I opened up some for Motu Monday. I did Merman this is the Savage Eternia line that they're doing out now. And he was in season 3. And he comes with a little translucent squid. I think it's a Leviathan is what they call it in the packaging, but just attaches
It's
to
the
his arm.
Kraken.
Yeah. So, but he's a really cool character on that 3rd season,
This is awesome.
and it's voiced by George Takei on the show. If you're curious.
Oh my.
Oh,
Yes, that
my.
guy. Yes.
Yeah. I think he even says that on the show. Like,
Oh, mermaid.
Yeah.
Probably contractually obligated.
yeah, he has to say it every time. And then this is the Savage Eternia Skeletor.
So cool.
That came out as well. I got those for my
Definitely skips
birthday or
it, yeah.
Christmas. I can't remember. There were presents.
Right, because you don't actually buy this
Right,
line.
exactly.
You don't
Yeah,
even
unless they're on
collect it.
clearance. But these later ones are like, I don't know, the modeling is much better than when they first started coming out. Like the first wave of those CGI figures, they're just getting better and better, like more detail and just.
I like the open mouth, like very Halloween looking torso.
Yeah,
It's like his mouth is open and those
Yep.
are the bottom teeth. And
and they don't have the action feature like the other ones, like the power attack thing.
Sure it does. Through a staff.
Yeah.
Staff throwing power.
But the other ones kind of had that where you can twist and it does something, kind of comes back. But these
Sure it
don't. Sure it does if you do it hard enough.
break it.
Yeah, but yeah, they look I don't know. These look a lot better than the first wave of the figures that came out. And then
Actually.
Yeah.
and then at this weekend,
Oh.
my aunt brought over a bag of toys.
Oh.
She's like, "Here you go. Here's some random toys." So I got this missing arm
That's
trap
the
jaw.
one-armed man.
Yeah, this missing one arm trap jaw. He's missing everything,
He bit it off.
including his robotic arm that he has on that
He
side.
got it trapped in his jaw and had to chew it off.
Yeah, and then this pop up head
Turtle head.
Donatello that shrinks down and kind of stays and then pops up, and he's missing everything. And then this Crazy Legs G.I. Joe, who's also missing everything.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Crazy
Yes.
Legs.
Oh,
okay.
Crazy Legs.
I just
Yeah.
thought that's why you made him dance.
Yeah, he's pretty loose. You probably need to change out the O-ring and that. And then this one was actually complete. This is a Crazy Cowboy
Yes.
Donatello from the Wacky Wild West line that they had out. And we looked, and I showed this to Corey when we were over there, and we looked up all the other ones, and they're
Questionable.
not quite PC, I would say.
Yeah. They had a moment of that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get away with making this stuff today.
Yeah, there's a Chief Leo in like full Native American garb, and there's a Bandito Mike
Yeah.
with a little mustache, and he
It
even
looks so
comes
awesome.
with a little figure. It's called like Jumping Bean, or I can't remember. It's
Yeah.
something,
We described it as, how did you, oh,
racist adjacent.
that's it.
But he is complete. He has like gun, like pistols and a lasso and a rifle and everything, and not a cigarette out of his mouth, but a candy cane. We think.
So these G.I. Joes, when their O-rings get this loose, they do actually have an action feature. You just got to twist them a few times and then
And
watch
then-
them helicopter
Blue jeans.
until it snaps.
Yeah, so those blue jeans like that, those are the same type of jeans that they have on the rock and roll, one of the rock and roll figures.
Mhm.
It's the same. I was like, oh, that's the same thing that they did.
He feels smaller than turtles.
That's
Have I just not
that's the
played
size
with
of
my
turtles.
turtles?
Yeah, they were always kind of slightly smaller than He-Man stuff.
Pew, pew.
Yeah, but
That's
so I'm
awesome
going to
that
try to
he's
find the
complete,
other
though.
3 and see if I can
Okay.
find those
Okay.
and
I'm-
complete my wacky.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Wild
hard
West.
about finding all 4 of these to have on
Yeah.
the shelf because they're so
Because there's
So
it's like
ridiculous.
there's like a scout. It looks like Daniel Boone.
yeah.
It's Scout Ranger Raph or something, and then there's the Bandito.
But the
Mike
candy
and
cane just
Chief
makes
Leo.
this so much more confusing.
I know,
It comes out. You can be
It's
less
supposed
confused
to,
if you pull it out.
but don't take it out, please. I
So
don't wanna
many
lose
interesting lines the turtles did.
They did so many variants. It's
So
insane.
many.
But yeah, this one's actually complete, so that's cool.
Until Corey loses your candy cane.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mhm.
But yeah, and even like on the tips of his shoes and his boots and everything, it's
Yeah, he's decked out.
cool. But yeah, the other ones are kind of they're on borderline of what probably could be produced today. With stuff. So.
What about your little fella?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this little guy goes with the Skeletor. This was his little creature. Which his name is Bone Rat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's what they called him.
That's Corey's name in college.
Yeah. That's what they called him in high school. Little bone rat.
Yeah. I suppose Ratbone probably would have been a little.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think all the Savage Eternity line, they come with a little sidekick guy. So Merman came with this little translucent squid, and then Skeletor comes with Bone Rat.
That's
and
a
then,
neat trade for the action feature.
Yeah, and then He-Man comes with like a baby Cringer,
Aww.
actually. So
All right, Spudamus.
that's all I got.
I got things.
Like what?
I
Show
got
us.
this tiny little Cybertron Galvatron. He turns into a car. He goes vroom vroom.
That's what cars do.
Uh-huh.
I didn't.
I wanted to get the bigger version, but like I can't find them anywhere. It's
You can come play mine.
yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I got
probably.
the Megatron version.
Oh, did I?
forgot,
not?
yeah, I forgot to.
And then I got this Generation Selects lift ticket. So I think I have all the versions of Hoist basically.
The blue, the black, the green.
Yep. I got this Japanese version of Gas Skunk.
I can't remember what his.
Gas.
That was his RID 2001
Yeah.
name. I was in Beast Wars first.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. I don't know Beast Wars very well.
But it's like RAD time frame. But
Yeah, it's kind of the
Yeah.
colors of that. I think all that chrome though. That's the.
yeah. But he was actually like, so just the bubble wrap, but the blister pack didn't have the card on the back, but he was like still strapped into it, so he's never actually been played with.
Love seeing that vac metal though, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He turns into his robot mode's pretty cool too. But,
What's he turn into?
it's the dude with
The robot.
claws.
A dude with
And
claws.
then like, so the tail's actually on the back
like
of his head.
Wolverine.
So it's like a
So
big
like, it
mohawk
sticks over.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then I got this pretty awesome little Soundwave. It's a third party.
Yeah,
I know
man.
Fun
Shockwave.
Toys makes Shockwave, not Soundwave. My brain's not working.
Did you say
These-
Vans Toys?
What? I know Fun Toys
Fun
makes a
Toys.
version of it. There's also like a knockoff of that version of it.
Mhm.
So
Pretty
yeah,
loose.
his knees are a little loose. But I got him for like cheaper than.
Is he?
He's adorable.
Is there like a battery or anything?
No, he doesn't make noise, but he does turn into a gun still.
To his gun, like
Yeah.
G1.
Sweet.
And I got
Aw,
this.
So cute.
Apparently, I'm collecting the titanium line now.
Sucker.
So I got Starscream,
Oh, that's heavy.
who
All
actually can
die
hold
cast.
himself up, which is nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole all diecast. They're heavy. All of them. They're
Wow.
Yeah,
Nuts.
so some of them have like a really hard time actually standing
Yeah.
up.
That's yeah.
it's a weapon.
You can kind of tell his arms are starting to sag a little, like where his shoulders are.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's got the shoulder sag. That's heavy.
This one's a little lighter. I got Scourge,
The
and I got
Scourge
both
of
the base
Carpathia.
plates or the stands for them.
Ooh. Wasn't expecting that. It's
And
almost
then I
half
got
as heavy as
the
my sack.
Okay.
third party Optimus Prime, which I see it under like so many different names. It's like the cheap version you see on
Deformation.
Amazon a lot, like the Deformation.
Like if you threw this at someone, it would have hurt bad.
So this is Mechanical Alliance Dark Commander,
Oh,
but I don't think actually the right one because I think he should be black.
Right.
you can spray paint it.
But he was brand new, still strapped in, and the box was open. But
And this guy comes in his bathrobe.
yes, that's why it's sticky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eventually, I'll probably end up just getting there's a black version, a white version, and a purple, which I think is supposed to be like the shattered glass.
Mhm.
I've only seen the red and the black versions. I haven't seen the purple one.
So
I
this
like just saw
party.
it the other day.
Must be relatively.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at them for like
Yeah.
6 months, so
But it's a pretty cool transformation. Plastic's not bad. And I mean, I got him for like $15 of shipping. So, not terrible.
No.
Yeah.
Need for the prime shelf.
Uh-huh.
Heck yeah.
And that's all I got, other than some random GoBots Jason just handed me.
Hey, you're welcome. Well, a lot of old school stuff for me. I guess I can start with this big boy in the back. The Titan train continues. That's Black Zarek
I thought about claiming it for him.
from Generation Selects.
He's big.
He's big. He's
Big black Zerg.
based on the Scorponok mold.
Shot himself in the face.
Is he a headmaster?
He is. And that's the thing. Like, so I didn't have Scorponok, so I didn't follow it. And I didn't. So when this came out, I didn't follow it. So
Does it just come straight up?
Yep. So when I got it, I literally had no idea, and then it was like the most exciting night of my life, kind of thing. When I'm like, oh my god, the headmaster's a headmaster. It was cool. I'm a nerd. Okay, so
Oh yeah, and then
and then his head's got a headmaster. Yep. So at Cracktastic Plasticon, our good friend Jeremy Sample had a bag of goodies, and he let me go through his bag of goodies, and I pulled out a bunch of these, and then there were 3 or 4 or 5 that I didn't have. So this is called the Diacron Multiforce 14, and it's
Heck of
a
name there.
How long did it take you to? How did you have to study that? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did. And yeah, so this guy's made up of 14 different vehicles.
Diaclone, Diaforce, Multipass.
Diacron Multiforce 14.
Multipass.
And so each piece is a piece, and I think the set came with maybe 5 Diaclone drivers. Those are long gone and expensive to get. I wish I had some, but not a big deal because he's going to stay in his robot mode. But it's Diaclone, it's Diacron, which was still before it became Transformers. So this is a Japanese goodness here, and
Sweet.
A combiner before combiners. This is kind of one of the starts of it all, kind of thing. Those missiles will shoot out of there, but yeah. And so he doesn't have much articulation. He has elbows. That's really it. But yeah, all the little things come and turn into little jets.
Nothing from Japan, including their movie monsters, had articulation back then. So.
Exactly. But so freaking cool and exciting to have such an early Japanese toy. It's just neat. And then Jeremy just, found it at a garage sale and just had his bag of parts, and yeah.
I'm
so
sure
cool.
if it made a noise, it would be something like.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I got this Origins Jazz. There was an Origins Bumblebee out a few years ago where he's shaped kind of like a disc from the first episode of the cartoon.
Thank you for enunciating.
And this, when I edit this, I'll see what he's talking about. But yeah, so this is a Jazz, and this Jazz looks awesome in robot mode, but he turns into basically like a Dustbuster. He doesn't
Really? Oh yeah.
In that
yeah.
While it is still had a Cybertronian mode.
Yeah.
In that
it looks
first
like a
episode.
Dustbuster, yeah.
Gosh, dang it.
Oh, did you just?
Which is kind of cool looking.
It made it all the way around the table.
I know.
You're screwing around with it.
But
Dust.
Shot his titty off.
well, Spooty will transform it, I'm sure. But and then a new wave of the retro reissues. We saw Starscream a while back, but now it's Thundercracker in his cartoon colors, his animation colors. Such a baby blue, just like he is on the cartoon. It's
Sweet.
freaking amazing. I love it. It's so great.
I super love the detail on the chest of Black Zorak's.
Zarek, but yep.
Black Zorak, his headmaster. Yeah, the chest hole there. That's really awesome.
Oh,
I don't even know if that's right.
It still looks cool.
And then I know Spooty just got me one the other day. I had a really super roached out hound from like way back, and then he got me a better one. And then this retro reissue came out, and it's It's on one hand, it's just amazing to have a complete hound. He comes with so many little parts and pieces that no one ever doesn't lose, and so it was just nice to experience all those parts. And it's a great color scheme based on his cartoon, but you'll be like so surprised on actually how small he is compared to other G1s. But he's a little fella in toy form, but.
Cool.
Big fan.
Those had to go up.
And
Does
last,
this have diecast stuff?
yes, mm-hmm,
Feels like, yeah.
mm-hmm, yeah, especially in those lower legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm sure y'all maybe you've seen the videos, but or at least in your feed, the Temu app has been circulating, and I don't know about you guys, but I know when it popped up, I'm just like, okay, another one of those.
Yeah.
Bunch of knockoff, cheap things. I don't know. What do you do? Take a chance. Who knows? Maybe somebody else.
I'd heard of it a little bit from the Lego groups, and people were saying it's actually good stuff, but that I just didn't pay a whole lot of attention on it. I never looked it up to
Same.
see what else was on there.
And yeah, same. And I passed on it, just clicked through it, never even went to the site because I'm just like, I don't need that. And then
It's kind of like Wish.com. You just expect it's going to be a whole bunch
exactly
of crap.
same
Yeah.
thing, same things. Exactly what it looks like and feels like. All the ads, this sale, blah, coupon this, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just madness. It's hard to. But then, each time it pops up in my feed, it'll be a different toy each time, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because it's spying on you.
But then it popped up with G1 Dinobot Swoop, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just go look. Maybe I'll at least click
Won't
onto
hurt
the
to
website.
look.
Right.
Oh, you mean you accidentally left the bathroom door open?
So I went to the site. None of the things are called what they are supposed to be. They all have weird adjacenty names that don't even really apply, and flying dinosaur or whatever, kind of thing.
Flying dinosaur guy.
Yeah,
Flying dinosaur
basically.
alternating.
Just enough to keep them from.
I know. And it looks good. There's a little bit of reviews, but you just don't know. And I mean, I had heard there were knockoff Dinobots on eBay that are actually okay, and but still always too nervous to take the chance. And then because the site is what it is, it was on sale, way marked down. And then if you give them your phone number they'll knock another 20% off and blah blah blah. So for fun, I was just playing just to see how low I could get it, and it got down to $30, and I'm like, well, I could take a chance for $30.
Can't not buy it now.
All right, I have all the Dinobots, but my Swoop is toast. He doesn't even have a head. He sucks.
pretty
It's a piece of shit.
Right, just
Now you're on some list.
yeah, just a placeholder, really. So I could call it. I could check it off my list, but I knew it wasn't
Yeah, it's
anything to share.
kind of like, yeah, I've got a hand. It's missing 4 fingers.
Right.
But it's still there.
It's like, you have 75% of the toy. It's fine.
right.
It checks
I
off
can
the
still
list.
hitchhike with this thumb.
But then it came in 8 days, which was shocking
That's
because it comes from
fast.
China, and yeah, pleasantly surprised with that. And dudes, I just I know I did it in my video too on YouTube, but it was special. Imagine unboxing a sealed G1 figure of yours. First wave 1 Skeletor you're opening off the card.
Yeah.
It was the same feel. Oh, it's just incredible. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Just having it complete, getting to put the stickers on it. It was just incredible. And yeah, the joints are great. The plastic feels good. Standing next to the G1, it's like you about can't tell any difference. It counts in my head. So anyway, it's beautiful and I love it. There's a bug right there.
Yeah, I know. I found a tick on my head. I was trying not to draw
Oh.
attention to it.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that itches. What the hell is that? Oh, there's a tick.
They're thick out this year.
Yeah, I haven't even been anywhere where I could have gotten a tick.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Was near Spoody's
That's my-
beard earlier, I guess. Maybe it was.
G1 Swoop.
I went to the site to
Oh yeah.
look. They did not have any
Motu.
Motu stuff.
They didn't
Aw,
have any
dang.
Motu stuff. They didn't have any G.I. Joe anything. I typed in G.I. Joe and it brought up like Lego minifigures.
Yeah, and I typed in several different things just because, like you said, it was
Different
yeah,
wording.
yeah,
Savage.
yeah, like
this and
Master of the Universe or
Warrior,
He-Man
yeah.
or action figure, and nothing really popped up as with like an actual figure. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, well, good, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, that this looks great though. Like even comparing it with your original one, it's kind of amazing that this exists like this and how it looks. with
I
the
know.
stickers
So
and
yeah,
all.
like I said, a sealed G1 swoop goes for 300-ish. And
I mean,
got,
at that price, you could buy another one and keep it in the box.
I know.
That's close to right.
That's
right?
pretty close, Booty. You nailed it.
Hey,
I think.
got some-
Oh,
That's
you just
that's-
quit.
It's got a
and-
handle.
Got a handle, yeah.
I've been there though. I just quit and turn it back to a robot. Just like, I can't do it.
I'm done.
But yeah. So yeah, for $30, super surprised and pleasantly. It's just awesome. So I
Yeah.
took the chance on another one. Not a Dinobot, a different G1 toy. So we'll see about that next episode maybe. But hopefully it's got good results too. But
Sweet.
all right, fellas. Well, toys, collectibles.
Yeah.
Is there a difference? I can't remember. Did Jake Book come up with this one? I think he did.
Maybe, I don't know.
But what do you guys think?
Well,
What are your
That's a
feelings?
great question. Yes.
I'll repeat it while I think about it. Think of an answer.
toys and collectibles.
Yes.
Those are things.
Well, let's talk about definitions. What are your definitions?
Well, I mean, there are definitely things that are collectibles that aren't toys, but they're
Yes.
not. There are things that are outside of the toy world. So, do we just ignore those things completely because
People collect a lot of things like
that
That's
aren't
true.
toys?
that are not.
So, I
toys.
think specifically we're at: is there a difference between a toy that is collectible, or is it now? Is this a toy, or is this toy a collectible?
That's probably
Versus
better.
These really nice plates that have Steve Martin on them that I have that I don't.
You didn't say
have.
Steve Martin.
I don't have
Yeah.
any Steve Martin
they
plates.
made,
Oh.
It's
they
just
made
the
a bunch
first
of
name
Star
that-
Trek ones as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the not the
Seen
Denver
those.
Mint. What was it?
Dang
Booty
it.
Googled it earlier. It's not the Denver Mint. Anyway,
It's
It's still not the Denver Mint.
no,
it starts with M.
Memphis Mint.
That's no.
The Memphis Mint. I think that's where Elvis
The
banked.
Bradford Exchange. There's no
So
M in
close.
there.
There's not a single M in any of those words.
So close. B and M are so close together.
So if we're starting with we're only talking about toys.
yes.
So some toys are toys and some toys are collectibles.
So is it only collectible if you like it?
Is it only collectible if
What-
it's expensive? Are we going to get anywhere with this subject? We may never know.
So if you look back, if you're watching this video, behind Jason, there's a flocked panther up there, in box.
Yes.
It says collector's edition on the box. Now, it's not really any different other than it's flocked.
It also says play on the front.
Yeah, retro play. So
Play with toys.
the only reason I'm keeping that in the box, I opened most everything that I have, is because the flocking on that comes off.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's not even.
easily.
It's like it's attached with static electricity.
Yeah, they just they rubbed it really
a
hard.
gentle breeze will just kind of blow it off.
Anyway, I didn't want to have more of it come off, so I stuck it. I did the review or talked about it and stuck it back in the box. So one could say that that's a collectible now because I'm not playing with it. But that's is that how
I feel like the collectible
close
side
I'm
of
getting
this
to.
is, I mean, all the things on this table, as far as I'm concerned, all the things that are on this table are toys.
Yes.
The one to me that might be the like on the cusp of maybe being a collectible versus a toy is this like short run special edition Black Major Bat
the
Bat,
stop
and it's
button.
because it's because I almost hit the stop button. Okay, no, it's because it's like there are very few of them made,
Okay.
and
It's not a mainline
It's
release.
not a mainline release, and it's this is a thing that next year it's going to pop up for sale on eBay here and there for around $100, and they're never going to be more than that, and then in 5 years they're going to be less than that, and so I suppose maybe this could be a collectible. Like, I'm not going to play with it, but it's also
I feel like the market
inspired by a
of
toy.
the market of like buying toys would kind of suggest if it's collectible or not, because it's only really collectible if someone's going to pay
But is
whatever
it
price that they
a
want.
collectible?
You can
Or
collect
is
anything.
collectible just something that you plan to resell? Or is it resellable?
I mean, I feel like there are things out there that are I would consider collectibles that are like inspired by a toy line.
where a toy may be more of a consumable.
It depends on the line. Maybe not. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Don't talk to me.
Don't pick me.
No, I'm thinking of like there's like the statues that are they're inspired by whatever,
statue.
like 12-inch.
Okay.
It's a statue.
not a
That's a
toy.
collectible. It's not a toy, but it's a Storm Shadow or it's
Based on a toy.
yeah.
I
it's
mean,
not
are
a
He-Man
prime.
really any different than the statues?
Come on,
There's at least 5
Articulate.
points of articulation.
I think statue is a great example
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
what sets it apart.
And you could think, because there's a lot of inbox collectors
Mm-hmm.
and people that collect on card, and they have them up on their wall. And I always think of that as like someone who collects art.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to put, a Picasso or a Rembrandt or something on their wall
Very
or
similar.
a copy of it. And they're going to look at it and get enjoyment out of that. It's no different than if someone wants to hang up,
Yeah.
a carded figure.
Car.
A car that they like, because it's Matchbox Collectibles. It's collectible.
For me, I think the definition of collectible is something that's like kind of mass produced, that's its specific purpose is to be displayed, and that's it. It could probably serve another purpose, but nobody's eating off of their Bradford exchange plates.
Sure.
And
And a kind of a sense of rarity, maybe.
Yeah,
with it,
like,
that there's only 1,000
they're
produced,
trying
or there's
hard to
only-
sell a sense of
Something numbered.
rarity
Yeah,
on that
a numbered.
infomercial, and they say there's only 1,000 of them, and they're numbered, and they're sending out 400 of number 1 and 400 of number 2. And
Right.
Has any of us looked up the definition of collectible? Spooky,
something that is collectible.
that's
You can't
you
use
can't
a word
use
to define a word.
No, you shouldn't.
Webster's Dictionary defines it
always
as
do.
something that you can collect.
So that's the thing.
That
So
doesn't
these are
help
all our
me.
collections, but
Right.
they're not necessary. Because, I mean, there are things that people collect that aren't collectibles, like this, toys, or like people have bug collections,
Stamp collections.
stamp collections. Those are definitely consumables. Like, there are some that are like
Some that
misprints
are-
and things that are
right.
rare and that sort of thing. But for the most part, the things that people have in their stamp collections are things that were
They-
at one
they use
time.
the word in the definition.
Well, just say it anyway.
So as an adjective of an item worth collecting, of interest to a collector, able to be collected,
Dang it.
an item valued and sought by collectors.
Okay.
So that's a collectible.
Webster's really undermining this whole discussion.
Something that collects.
Webster's can eat a disc.
That's Oxford.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, well.
Oh, dang.
You
That
should
makes-
know better.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Oxford's was shoes.
I really thought we were getting somewhere.
I got my headphones caught under my foot. Okay. Let's.
So
You have to
another
watch the
thing
video to
says-
understand that.
This is just a random. What is considered collectible? A collectible is an item worth far more than it was originally sold for because of its rarity and popularity as well as its condition.
Okay.
So by that definition, practically everything that I own in my collection is a collectible. But I still play with them. So to
Right.
me, they're toys. I think
But I don't know, collectibles toys.
I think this boils down to a personal opinion about stuff, because like my personal opinion is everything in my G.I. Joe collection is a toy that I
Okay.
happen to collect. It's a collectible toy, but at the end of the day, it's still a toy.
I think they're looking more of like the rarity and
Yeah.
if it's almost like resale value
Yeah.
of it.
I don't
if
have
it goes
anything
up.
rare.
Yeah.
I have things that are
You got that guy. You got Bat.
okay. I have a few things that are kind of rare-ish. Yeah, but as far as like the actual Hasbro GI Joe vintage stuff, I don't. I have maybe 2 figures that are like rare-ish, but not so rare that you can't get on eBay and find 20 of them for sale right now.
We got that bipod now. That's
Yeah,
pretty rare.
that's pretty.
I was hoping that'd come
that's
back.
pretty rare. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Bip-Odd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elgin, do you have any collectibles in your collection?
I mean, so this case up, that collector's case up there behind on the thing, I would call. I'm not using it.
Oh, that vintage one.
Yeah, the vintage collector's case. I don't have anything in it. It's not serving its purpose of like holding figures. Is what it's supposed to be
It's
doing.
for display.
It's just
art.
display. It's art. It's for me to look at the art on it. That's pretty
And
much
that was
it.
never really a toy in the first place.
No.
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Funko, that Trapjaw Funko Pop, that's in box. I'm not. Really playing with
I would
that.
consider pops to be collectibles and not toys. Like
Elgin's
I
got
would-
a tote that says otherwise.
Yeah.
I know, but I would.
I would say the ones because I take all my Funkos out of the box to like pose and stuff, but that giant one I
Yeah.
haven't. Just
Yeah.
because it's giant.
But I think I think
and
for
it's
the-
like it's more statue like to me, I guess.
I think for the most part, like in the minds of most people that buy Funko Pops, they're buying them as they're buying with the purpose of them being a collectible
Sure.
displayed as art in box stacked
or
up,
to resell
or to
them.
resell. Like, I mean, you've got walls covered with Pops, and they've never been out of their boxes and
Right.
won't be as long as they're in your possession.
Right.
So those are collectibles.
Yeah. The Pez dispensers there are,
Yeah.
I would say the
So,
same.
so this doesn't really help the argument, but according to Medium.com, a toy collectible occupies a unique space. It is not an action figure or a doll which you would play with,
Okay.
yet it's not an item which you will only put on a shelf. Where in the past a brand such as Star Wars would consist of action figures and playable toys, today's Star Wars merchandise looks much different. The brand has entire lines dedicated to collectibles. Marvel has an entire replica line doing just the same. Blah blah blah.
I think a clear line
And
is
exclusives like Funko.
will your
exclusives.
hands touch it to play with it
Sure.
or not? Always in the gutter with this guy.
I didn't say anything. Just made a snorting
Yeah,
noise.
if you play with it, it's probably not a collectible.
Unless you're not necessarily using it for its intended purpose when you're playing with it. Like, if I take one of the 12-inch G.I. Joe statues out into the back alley and start smacking rocks with it,
But I would consider
I'm
these
playing with it.
collectibles,
Those are toys.
but still,
they're
Right.
collectible toys, though, so
Oh,
I don't think
see,
it's a collectible.
know.
I think it's a toy that is collectible.
Yeah, I think.
He's trying to
Corey
escape.
said.
Thought he did. Anyway,
So if they're excluding action figures, and what else do they exclude?
I don't know. already.
Ah,
so like,
Things you would just put on a shelf
okay.
would be a toy collectible. I think collectible would be something you would just put on the shelf.
So something like the Precious Moments
yeah,
or the.
something that could.
It comes back to that
looks,
statue.
It looks like a
kind
toy
of.
to a little kid but little kids will play with anything. So I mean, I have a whole basement full of collectible small shipping boxes.
Same.
Yeah,
Cat
I
loves
think it really comes down to that statue kind of definition. If there's no
If there was never
Play
any
feature.
intention for it to be played with in the first place,
display only, there's no articulation. There's no.
Or if it's so old and rare and expensive now, like a sealed box G1 swoop, like that, you're not going to open it and use it for its function, even though it's made for it.
Right.
Unless you're an
It's-
asshole.
Right. You're
Yeah,
but its
I-
original intended purpose was to be opened and played with.
right. It started out as a toy and has become a collectible. I think.
Toy.
So time also has to be
So I
involved.
think
I
we
don't
should
think
have-
it's a toy
I think we
anymore.
should. I think we should have been broader with our question, though. Is there a difference between toys and collectibles, or is it just a collectible toy? Because I think in
No,
that
we can
case,
say
it's
that too.
it's a toy that it's a toy that is now collectible. That its intended purpose was originally a toy, and now unless you're an asshole, you're not going to take it out of the box. But I'm kind of an asshole, so I might take it out of the box and play with it.
And I take most of my stuff out of the box, but if I had
But if you had an original anything, on
anything
card,
from the original Motu line, I would keep it if it was sealed. If had someone didn't dick around with it before, but if it was completely sealed, I would not open that. Like it
would become
would become a collectible then.
yeah,
Because I because of the time, the rarity of it now, and the value of it has turned it into. It may have been something to play with when I was a kid, but now because of the years that have gone by, and it has become the scarcity of the surplus of that has made it turned into a collectible.
The thing that's
really.
interesting to me, and I know I've said it 100 times, is that when we're all dead,
Yeah.
and these are Grandpa's old toys, even the ones that are still in the package, the grandkids are going to open them and play with them.
And that's fine. if someone after I'm dead,
Yeah,
if I had a sealed whatever, for me, I'm not going to open it.
yeah.
I'm
These
going to
are
haunt them.
these are collectible as long as the people who give a shit about them are around.
Yeah.
My brain stops one step before yours on
Okay.
when I die, I'm going to be an incredible burden on somebody.
You're not going to be buried with all of them.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
My brain
whatever
stops one
happens.
step before that with the when I die part, because I am an incredible burden on somebody.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. What's really great about this episode is everyone who left comments for Talking Toys really did nail it, I think. There's some really good responses, so
Yeah.
we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But for right now, let's take a quick little break. We're going to hear from the PFPN. It's a really cool place on the internet where a bunch of podcasts come together and share their links and help share their audiences. And it's just want to encourage you to go over there, thepfpn.com, and check it out.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back. I'm super excited about this one, to hear about this relatively new store here in our home state of Iowa. Elgin, let's go on a store tour.
All right, today's store we're going to is called Elm Street Oddities and Collectibles. Hey, that's our topic for today. It's at 116 North of Walnut in Colfax, Iowa. Hey, that's where we live in Iowa, not Colfax. Friends of ours, Jeremy Sample and Stephen Crow, have gone to the store and have recommended it. It is definitely a horror-themed store with a bunch of odds and ends in it. They do have, I did spot some vintage stuff, a Gray Skull and some
I
Joes
saw
and some other
Crow's
stuff.
post about
Yeah.
it. He made a short video about it, and
Yeah.
it looked like the stuff that he's got there.
Picked
It
up
looked pretty
there.
cool.
But very much horror-themed.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big horror dude.
Yeah. And, but yeah, vintage and new toys and collectibles.
Whoa.
They have them there.
Good. Maybe
That's
they'll
it.
know what they are.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good idea. Next time, like every toy store we go to, we should
That
ask,
name.
What's the
what's
difference?
a collectible?
What is collectible? So that's Elm Street Oddities and Collectibles, 116 North Walnut, Colfax.
I'm
So
excited
they got
to go
the
check.
tree wrong.
I mean,
What's that?
They got the tree wrong.
The tree?
Yeah, it's in Elm Street on
Oh.
Walnut.
Gotcha. Should
I'm
be
excited to check
it's
them out.
116 North Elm.
Or Walnut Collect. No, I get it. I get
Yeah.
why they called it that, because it's creepy in Elm
Because
Street.
there's a nightmare in my street.
All right, moving on. Let's hear from you guys. It's Corey with Talking Toys.
Hey, everybody, it's Corey with Talking Toys.
Hey.
All right, so we're going to move on. Let's see, Abe Kirshner. I'm going to do this in my best Abe voice. In my opinion, they're the same. Does that sound anything like Abe?
Exactly.
I feel that the distinction between the two comes from when we were little and the older generation called our action figures, air quotes, dolls, also air quotes.
Isn't he like 16?
No.
Abe?
He's
He's
turned
like
17.
16. Were they wrong? Not really. But it made us feel better calling them action figures. I'm sorry, Abe. Toys are associated with kids, but collectibles sounds fancy and refined. Call them whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it's your passion. Yes. All right. Russell Borgomenario II says, anything can be a toy if you're brave enough. He's right.
He's right.
Ken Tomlin, he says, I'd say it depends on the age of the item. I believe all toys can become collectibles eventually, but I view toys that are at least 10 years old or more as more of a collectible than just a air quotes toy. I'm bad at reading hard words.
Words are hard sometimes.
Yeah, like and of. Those are the ones that hung me up. Let's see. Josh Redburn, he says, toys can be collectible, but not all collectibles are toys. Example, angel figurines are decidedly collectibles. They are sought after by certain people who have placed a value on these items with intent to have them in a collection of similar items, perhaps to sell off in the future, comma, or with no real plans other than to say they own the item in their collection. However, due to the material and design of the angel figurine, they do not fall into the standard play patterns that toys do. But again, as Russell has stated, anything can be a toy if you're brave enough. So, if you want to bash your angel figurines together and make explosion sounds, by all means, go for it. So we should have just had Josh on the show, because I think he answered our
You
question.
nailed it there.
I wish I would have read that beforehand.
We do too.
So, I mean, you don't know that they don't just, make them fly around the room when no one's paying attention.
There could be a total Toy
Yeah.
Story thing
Yeah.
going on.
I don't know. The much as you pay for some of them, you're just like, no.
Yeah.
They go on the shelf.
Moving over,
I don't know.
Brian has been pretty. Brian,
Your nemesis,
yeah,
Brian Clark?
Yeah, he's been pretty silent. He hasn't really participated lately. I think maybe he's decided he knows that he's beaten.
That must be what that means.
All right, so
Winner.
moving over to Instagrams.
I would think you would have something to say about Godzilla and collectibles.
You would think, but I think he probably knows he's wrong. Let's see. Snake MT Squad? Snake Mountain Squad.
Yep.
I'll bet that's what that means.
It is.
Snake Mountain Squad. I say all toys are collectibles, but not all collectibles are toys. Also, it should be noted that some of the most valuable collectibles, air quotes, of any type out there are often things that weren't meant to be collected at all. Prototypes, misprints, limited runs due to commercial failure, fragile, or even disposable objects, just to name a few. So, that's a good point, because there are a lot of prototypes floating around out there that I think were just meant to be take it to the board decides this is good, throw it away. And that stuff that didn't get thrown away gets, passed off. Well, a lot of Hasbro collectors or Hasbro employees would have taken that stuff home.
Oh,
in
there's
the
a lot
80s
of Transformer prototypes.
Yeah,
available.
and
So-
even the Savage He-Man, as the mail away, they couldn't get rid of them. They in fact had to get rid of the weapons and give it to another character just to get rid of them.
And is
And now
Snake
they're
Mountain
like-
Squad, is that just Elgin's fake
No.
Instagram name?
It's on Instagram. That's the Instagram guy.
And then the last thing, that's all of Talking Toys. The last thing is, I found this in my basement, and I'm not telling you what it is, because we're gonna do this thing. We tried this once before, and then the video crapped out, so we just edited it out. So here's the thing. And Jason's going to hold it up to the camera. So if you've made it this far,
cool.
if you've made it this far into the episode and haven't watched it, then you're going to have to go back and watch. And Jason's going to hold that there, and then he's going to turn it around so everyone sees what it is all the way around because the names are on the back. And so that garbage that I found in my basement is free shit, is what I'm calling this segment. I'm gonna give that away to whoever. Like, I'm gonna give that away to somebody. Go to the YouTube channel, find this episode.
Subscribe,
and comment, and I'm going to pick somebody from the comments. I'm going to leave it open until it's going to be open from the time this episode releases until the next episode releases.
2 weeks.
2 weeks for comments, and then this one is going on the chopping block and will be either hand delivered if you're close enough, or it'll get dropped in the mail.
Very cool.
So, free toys, guys. And this is not the last time I'm going to do this because I have a lot of
What are they
going
to comment about?
They're going to comment what it is.
Any comment.
And they're going to say, hey, I know what... I want them to find this and be like, okay, I know what this is.
Yep.
And... yeah, so you can't just go to the video and leave a random comment. The comment has to be what it is that we just showed in the video.
Can you have them say what their names are?
It's on the back, if you can see it on the back. But just any comment about what it is, as long as we know, okay, yeah, I know what this is.
Right.
Then
Even
it's
just
yours.
saying those words.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick somebody from the comments and
go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Screenshot.
So.
.com.
That's all.
/Cracktastic Plastic.
We're done. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Well, before we go, one other real quick little reminder for y'all to get your, if you like what you're listening to and you want to help support us, the fast and super easy, cheapest way to do that is tell a friend. You got friends. We know you do. Or your mom's. Whatever. Tell mom that she needs to
come out of the basement.
Just tell your friends. Check us out. And
tell mom to call your friends.
And
Mom, call my friend.
If you want to help out a little harder, go over to patreon.com /Cracktastic. There's a couple tiers there. You can donate a couple bucks each month to help out the show. We'd really appreciate it. And I'd like to read off a little shout out to
and tears is in steps, not like the things that come out of your face when you realize you're living in your basement.
We've got 4 awesome patrons right now. That's Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest. Thanks, guys. You guys rock.
Hard.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, huh? What do you say?
Yeah, I'm going to go home.
Let's get some more collectibles.
Yes, or toys. Which ones is it? I don't know.
No one.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.
Oh, hello. Still listening? Well, if you want a little bit more, maybe a little bit extra, here's a tip. There's a little bit of that bonus material you keep hearing about. Check out patreon.com /Cracktastic Plastic.